Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So way back in January of this year, I put up a video talking about brands that I wanted to try at some point in 2022, brands that I hadn't had a chance to try anything from before, and like what products I was interested in, all of the above. So I figure I would come on now that we are at the end of the year and give you a little bit of an update, let you guys know, did I try those 6 brands? If I did, what I thought about them, just a little bit of an update for you guys. Before we get started, if you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. And other than that, if you're excited and you want to hear an update on the brands that I wanted to try in 2022 and my thoughts on the ones that I did get a chance to try, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and have that video linked up in the eye and down below in case you did miss it. All the way back in January, I have gained some subscribers over the years, so thank you so much for that. So if you were not around for that video or you missed it, it'll be linked for you to check out. So like I said, I had 6 brands I wanted to try. 6 brands that I had never tried anything from. I heard a ton about. They're hyped up, all of that. They're on my radar to try. And I tried 3 of the 6. So I feel good about that. But also 2 of the 3 I tried, I don't really enjoy. So that was a little bit of a bummer. The first one I said I wanted to try was JD Glow Cosmetics. I'm not gonna lie. I totally forgot I said I wanted to try this brand. I put it in that video and then it like exited my brain and I did not think about that brand, I feel like, all year long. They are an indie brand that has beautiful, beautiful single shadows. I think they have palettes too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on that, but they have really pretty single shadows that are fairly affordably priced, in my humble opinion, for how just impactful and beautiful they are. And like, I'm remembering now why I wanted to try them. They were on my to try list back in 2021, and then I re-added them for this year and then completely forgot. So unfortunately, I was not able to try them, but they still look beautiful. They still are a brand I'm interested in. So maybe one day we shall see, but unfortunately I was not able to. The second brand is Beckham Beauty. So last year, again, this is another brand that was on my to try list in 2021. Didn't get a chance to try it, re-added it to this past year. And I said in that video the same thing that I did this year, that once her Black Friday sale came along, she had a pretty decent sale. I don't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head, but I want to say she offers free shipping during Black Friday, and then she had like 25, maybe 30% off, maybe 20% off. Again, don't quote me, I'm sorry. There's been a ton of sales this year throughout the year, so I don't fully remember, but I said in the video earlier in the year that I took a look at her website on Black Friday last year and just kind of put some things in my cart and decided to not bite the bullet and purchase them. Well, I did the same thing this year. I looked on her website, I found a couple of things that I was interested in, I was gonna buy them, they were on sale, blah, 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 and then I just didn't. So I didn't get a chance to try Beckham Beauty this year either. Again, kind of like JD Glow Cosmetics, she is still a brand I want to try. And I have a feeling that eventually I will try her makeup. She's pretty highly priced, but I've heard good things about her quality. It's more so that like, I'm not entirely sure if the type of products I would buy from her are products that I would get a lot of use out of. She has like single pot shadows that I don't use a ton. She's got like lip stains. I'm not really a lip stain kind of girl. I do want to try her bronzer Brick, but I have a ton of bronzers. But again, I feel like eventually I will try this brand. It's just a matter of when. Alrighty, the third brand I wanted to try was Danessa Myricks Beauty. I did try 3 things from her throughout the whole year. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I didn't like any of the 3 things I tried. And I don't know if I just tried the wrong things from her or what, but it definitely wasn't that good of an introduction into the brand. The first thing I tried was her Vision Cover, I believe, foundation. I already decluttered it. I'll pop up a picture here. I already decluttered it. That was just not it for me and my skin. Sadly, it was super, super drying on me. It had coverage, but it just looked awful on my skin. It didn't matter if I like mixed it in with something. A lot of people told me to mix it in with the oil. I will say I never tried that because I have combo skin, and by the end of the day my skin gets oily, and I just have a feeling that on my T-zone and my chin that would not work out. But I did try different primers, different powders with it. I tried mixing it with other things, and it just was so incredibly drying on me and looked really, really terrible on my skin. I will have the video linked down below when I did like a first impressions and wear test on that foundation, so you can kind of like see in action, see me applying it, see my first impressions, all of that. Second thing I tried from her was her Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. I got the shade 1. This is also really drying on me. So I'm not sure if like her products are geared more towards people with oily skin, which if that's the case, that's totally fine. I just don't really have oily skin. I mean, I have like I said, combo skin. So in the beginning of the day, it's honestly pretty dry and a lot of products look dry and flaky on me. And then by the end of the day, I get oily in my T-zone. It's great. It's like, what do I do? Do I use like drying products? Do I use products for oily skin? I got the best of both worlds, right? So maybe she's just geared a little bit more towards people with oily skin, which is fine. Just, again, not really my skin type. It's not that I couldn't get this to work for me, this Blur Balm powder. It's just that I didn't like it on my skin. There's a couple different ways you can use it. You can use it as like a setting balm powder. I never tried it like that. I think that's a little, I don't know. I just couldn't foresee that working out. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. How I use this was as a primer. And as a primer, it was very, very drying on me. Patches and flakiness on my skin that I didn't even know I had, this emphasized. But I feel like this product is pretty polarizing. You either love it or you hate it. I've seen people who really genuinely love this, who say it's the best thing for them. It smooths their skin. It holds their oils at bay. It just makes them look perfected. And then there's other people like myself who just cannot make it work for them, who say it's really, really drying on them as well. So I obviously, with all makeup, it's a personal preference. It's how it, performs on your skin. But sadly for me, I could not make this work. And then the last thing I bought from her, which I was super excited to try out, again, I don't know if I'm just using it wrong or what, but this is her Twin Flames Multichrome Pigment for face and eyes. And I ended up picking up the shade Young Love. So in the bottle, it looks absolutely stunning. In a swatch, it looks absolutely stunning. I can't even open it. Oh, shoot. Oh, I cannot open this. Okay, got it. In a swatch, it looks absolutely stunning as well. Like, look at that. Are you serious? It is super just like impactful and like shiny. It has that shift of like pinkiness, green, silver, like stunning. Okay, on the eyes. This is not, I don't want to say it's not pigmented, but there isn't really a base behind it. So it just kind of like almost disappears on your eyes. The first time I tried it, I put on some just plain matte shades, like some light brown mattes. So I had a little something, something on my eyes. And then when I put this on, it mixed in with those matte tan brown shades and it looked muddy and looked terrible and awful. So I took it off, tried again with just this on my eyelid, and there isn't, like I said, there isn't a base to it. So then it just kind of looked like there was nothing on my eyes from certain angles. And then in other angles, it was super impactful, but it doesn't have like enough pigmentation to almost like hold its own. And then it got creasy on me. I don't know. Again, I just don't know if I am the type of person for this type of product. So if you have these and you like them, let me know how you use them in the comments down below, please, so I can maybe try it out. Because I don't plan on decluttering this, but I don't know, I just couldn't make it work. And I want to like it because it's so pretty. I just don't. Then the fourth brand I said I wanted to try was Scott Barnes Beauty. Scott Barnes became well known to me personally through Tati. She had him on her channel quite a few times. She's constantly talking about his products and how amazing they are. And like I said, he's a pretty pricey brand, but I think he's going through, or he is or was, or I don't know, going through some sort of rebrand, maybe reformulation. I'm not entirely sure, because a couple months ago, his brand was on mega sale, like 40 or 50% off. So when I got the email about that sale, I decided to snag a couple of things. The thing that I was the most excited for and the thing that disappointed me the most was his Natural palette. This is the thing that Tati, I feel like, hyped up the most. And it's not the worst palette I've ever, used in my life. Quality-wise, it's decent, like pretty decent, I guess. Like the mattes were nice. They blended together nicely. They didn't get too patchy. The shimmers are pretty on your eyes, but a couple things. One, some of them are more toppery shades, which I just don't like. I like a really impactful shimmer on my lid. Also, when you look at this color story, almost every single solitary shimmer besides this one is really deep and dark, and that is just not something that I typically prefer on me, my eyes, my skin tone. So this is definitely a little bit more of a personal preference. Again, it's not that I couldn't make it work for me, I just don't like it, if that makes sense. I'll probably eventually try to sell this, maybe on Poshmark or Mercari. Mercari is the one I use. Because I only used it a couple times, and like I said, the quality is nice. I feel like if you like this color story, or maybe you're a little bit deeper skin tone, you would like this way more than me. The other thing I tried from him was his Pumped Up mascara. I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate this mascara. I like the wand. It's a little bit more of like the fluffier type of wand, which is the type of wands I do enjoy. The first couple of times I used this, I did like it. Like I said, it reminded me a little bit of Tarte Maneater, which is my favorite mascara ever. A little bit clumpier than Tarte Maneater, which I don't like, but it did all the things that Maneater does, where it makes my lashes look long, a little bit thicker, fuller, held a curl. But I feel like this went bad really, really quickly, which I know mascaras are, you're supposed to replace them after 3 months. I don't. I definitely use them way longer than that. I know that's not good. But the last time I used this, which was a couple months ago, my eyes ended up getting super irritated by the end of the day. And this is the only thing I could really attribute it to. I don't remember off the top of my head what eyeshadow and stuff I used that day, but I remember thinking like it has to be the mascara. So I don't use this anymore. Like I said, didn't hate it, didn't love it, but this is like a $24 mascara. I did get it like for $12. I got it half off, but I feel like for that price tag, it's just maybe not worth it, but it's not the worst mascara I've ever tried. I've tried way worse ones. And then the last thing I tried from him, I could not find. I know I didn't declutter it, but I could not find it. And I'm like kind of filming on a little bit of a time constraint. I work in an hour, a little less than an hour, and Mike and his friend are at the store right now. We are finishing our basement for our baby. We're moving Mike's office down into the basement, and then we're making his office the nursery. And so his friend is an electrician, and he came over to like do some stuff in the basement. And then also in this room, which is my makeup room, obviously, and the one next door, which is now his office, is gonna be the nursery. I'm over explaining this. We are adding fans, like ceiling fans, because neither room has a ceiling fan. So they are at the store right now getting ceiling fans, getting everything they need for that. And I was like, okay, I need to hustle and film really quickly because I worked all day yesterday. I work all day tomorrow. I have plans Friday. I have plans Saturday. We're going to Indiana on Sunday to see his family. So like, I needed to film. So my point in going off on that tangent is that I couldn't find the Scott Barnes liquid lipstick that I purchased. So I'm just gonna pop up a picture here. I don't like this. First of all, the shade is just a little bit too peachy orange for me, my skin tone, when I put it on in the video. Again, I'm gonna have my video link down below where I tried all of this. So if you wanna see any of it in action, that video will be down below for you. But I just, like I said, felt like it was a little too peachy orange on me. It just didn't vibe with my skin tone. I just didn't think it looked right on me personally, just the shade. I think it was the shade Commando. And then also it was pretty drying. It's a liquid lipstick. I should maybe have known that. But the reason why I wanted to try his liquid lipstick so bad is because I heard they weren't drying, and it was to me. So kind of like Danessa Myricks, all three things I tried from Scott Barnes, I was a little disappointed in. Not really the mascara, but it went bad quickly, and I don't really want to purchase anything else from him. The fifth brand I said I wanted to try was Lys Beauty. I don't know why I haven't tried this brand. It's pretty affordable at Sephora, and they seem like the type of products that I would enjoy. I really wanted to try their cream blushes and their powder bronzers. I just never got around to trying them. I've heard really good things about Lys Beauty. I am excited to eventually try them one day. I feel like this is a brand I still have on my radar and I still want to try, just didn't get a chance to this year. So if you have favorites from Lys Beauty, drop them down below to let me know what I should try. I don't want to try their foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. I just don't think it would have the coverage I would like. Reading the claims and what it's about, I don't think I would like it. But like I said, they are still on my radar, and I'm excited to see what they launch in 2023. Alrighty, and the last brand I said I wanted to try was Odin's Eye. I did get a chance to try this brand. I tried 2 products from them earlier in the year. The first one being the Soul Mane 2 eyeshadow palette. I really like this eyeshadow palette. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The quality is amazing. It's just not a color story I reach for very often, so I don't use it very often. They're obviously very colorful, bright, bold shades that I do not wear a lot. The mattes blend together beautifully. The shimmers are impactful, stunning, beautiful. I really do like this palette. I just don't reach for it very often. So I was excited that I finally did pick up an eyeshadow palette from them. I am excited to see what other eyeshadow palettes they launch this upcoming year. I'm hoping they have a little bit more of a neutrally toned one that I could try out one day. I don't know. But the quality on this was amazing. And then I ended up picking up one of their blushes. This was kind of like a impulse purchase. I knew I wanted to purchase the eyeshadow. They had also released these blushes at the same time. And I just kind of was like, all right, let me try it out. I love this blush. It's one of my favorite blushes ever. This is their Soul Mane Sunlight Love Blusher in the shade Sunset Clouds. It is one of the most beautiful blushes I have in my collection. It's a matte blush, but it's not like dry on the cheeks. It doesn't look like dusty on the cheeks. It blends in so nicely and it lasts all day long. Also, the tone on this is such a beautiful mauvey pinky tone. It's not what I have on my cheeks. I did not think this video through. When I was doing my makeup earlier, I didn't wear any of these products. So I'm so sorry about that, but I've used this a ton of times in past videos. I've talked about it in the past as well. Again, I'm gonna have that video linked down below where I tried the eyeshadow palette and the blush for the first time so you can see it in action. But love this blush, absolutely stunning, beautiful. So glad I picked it up. And that's it, you guys. That was just a little update on the brands that I wanted to try in 2022, if I was able to try them, and my thoughts on the products that I did try. Unfortunately, 2 of the 3 were a little bit of bummers, but what can you do? That's just how the cookie crumbled, not the end of the world. I did want to give you a little bit of a bump update now that we're at the end of the video. I like to do these at the end of the video because I don't know if everyone's interested in it, but today I'm 28 weeks, which is officially 7 months, which is officially the 3rd trimester. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it that I'm in the 3rd trimester. So let me show you my bump. Alrighty, there she is. She is getting big. Can you believe that? I just like cannot believe. Oh, I mean, obviously she's growing, like that's the whole point, but I look at this and I'm like, whoa, baby. But I'm feeling pretty good. As good as you can feel for 7 months pregnant, I guess. Let me know down below if you have tried any other products from any of these brands that I need to try. Maybe the couple of brands that I tried and I didn't enjoy. I just tried the wrong things and I need to try other things. Or those other 3 brands that I didn't try. Let me know if you have suggestions for me, please. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.